quizzes in Nagoya. So sometimes I used to play by myself and compete against teams, and sometimes I'd win. But once I had a team, so my regular partner wasn't there, so I said my quiz team was called a team with no name, and the quiz master said you can't have that name. So I says, okay, I'll have a Joe Sitchy's a cunt, and then he decided, okay, you can have that name. So that's how to sort that problem out. Watashi machigaichatta, chumonno toki wa, so dressing wa nai oshita ka mo shirenai. Dressing 少しもらっていいですか。
別の小さいお皿にお持ちいたしますね。
少しだけね。
はい、かしこまりました。いらっしゃいませ。除菌のご協力ありがとうございます。お好きなお席へどうぞ。
I didn't do anything. She give me a round of applause. I didn't want to have breakfast this morning because. Hi, arigato. Thank you.
はい、失礼いたします。
I was hoping to get that breakfast I got for a long time, 500 yen breakfast for 300 yen, very healthy breakfast. But it wasn't on, but anyway, that's what I was going to do, but I decided, well, I'll have it in anyway, because I didn't want to have a coffee and put my blood pressure up. On 5 people. Usually when you put any regulars there lurking? How much you pay for America for a breakfast? If you go to a normal cafe where all the old guys have those big hats on. Those are the worst hats I've ever seen in my life. All right, Mick. I was just noticing the lockdown in England, and then fucking people are coming in from all over the place on planes, and they say you quarantine yourself. Then they got all the fucking people coming in on the boats, and then everyone's in the country is fucking locked down, and then they fucking possibly bringing in fucking the virus. It's fucking stupid. Is Doncaster where that Pickering's from, the guy that became famous with that road rage? Just fucking lock up the old people. because most of them are retired in anyway. Is that inquiry to the Pickering? So this old guy, he went, I don't know if it was Ronnie Pickering or something, but if you look at that YouTube video, the cunt on the bike, he pulls in front of him, and then he stops and he wants to turn right. So he's caused the fucking. I'd be fucking fuming as well if the cunt has fucking pulled in front when it was unnecessary and then held him up. I'd be fucking mad. I'd have fucking smacked the cunt. I bet he's a right nice guy, that Ronnie Pickering. Once you get to know him. Because it happens when you're driving anyway, you know, someone fucking pulls in front of you from a side road, and then like another 50 yards, they're wanting to turn right and they're fucking holding you up, they're cunts. Hello Nelson, how's your eye? Arigato. Thank you. I'll take.
はい、なおさら頂戴をさせていただきますね。
はい、ありがとう。
はい、ごゆっくりどうぞ失礼いたします。
Got them trained to bring me 2 pieces of butter now, or margarine for toast. Arigato. Go yukuri means go slowly, take your time. How much does it cost for a full breakfast, Mick? In local cafe? No. The only time I would eat it, we've had a full breakfast, and sometimes I'd eat it. I think best breakfast I had when I was made it myself, I bought a big Cumberland sausage. That was really nice. In Japan, that's the sausage, what you get if you have a breakfast. Yeah, yeah, I miss pork pies. Yeah, yeah. HP brown sauce is definitely made for 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 pork pies. The closest thing I ever had to one, the French make something similar. It's got a very special name. I did think about making one once. My niece sent me a recipe for one. Nah, A1's nowhere near HP. Maybe one day I did have A1 in America, and maybe it was either they watered it down or it was just too runny. A1 is American, yeah? No. I don't like the especially if it tastes like the American barbecue sauce or beans. I did an experiment last year. What I did, I added some vinegar to takoyaki sauce, and it was all right, but it had that really strong smell of takoyaki flavour, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's made in Holland now. Yeah, yeah. So is A1 English then? The only one we used to have, it was called a chop sauce. Yeah, daddy's sauces. Yeah, daddy's sauce. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. What's a Bassi cloner? What's a Bassi cloner? You go around cloning Bassis. Do I sound like an old timer from the fucking cowboy movies? Did daddies have more than one sauce then? I only remember daddy's brown sauce. Yeah, I think that was all right. Daddy's brown sauce. I had some yesterday with the chips, but they gave me a massive plate of chips, and I just realised that it's just sends me to the toilet too quick. So I'm gonna reserve the brown sauce for bacon and egg butties. What do you think? Do you think the? Oh, I tell you what they do have. Don't they have them now? Oh, you mean I miss them because you're here? I remember being in America, and we went to this cafe, and we had some we had some pancakes with molasses on, and not more, you know what I mean, the maple syrup. And I goes to the woman, I goes, is this like treacle? She goes, what is treacle? I might have actually been. Filey, Yorkshire. I might have gone past it. I've only been up that side of the coast once. I think we went to see a nudist beach in, is it Bridlington? Oh yeah, or Skegness. I can't remember exactly where. Whitby. No, we didn't go as far as Whitby. Whitby's a fishing village, isn't it? Yeah, we went up at weekend, and then when we got there was nothing to see. Yeah, I remember one of the funny. So we were walking along the front, and one of the lads he opens this betting shop door. He opens the betting shop door, and he goes, "Can I back a horse in here?" He goes, "Yeah." He said, "Come on, boy. Oi, right." That was quite funny. I remember when I went to York, I was for Telecom, and I think I took something up to York for Telecom, and I was a bit perplexed by their accent because it didn't sound like Yorkshire. It sounded more like northeast, you know, like Geordie's. Or it could have been just the guy that was talking to, I don't know. But as you probably know, if you're in Leeds, Barnsley, Sheffield, Rotherham, we all talk different. We all sound different. In fact, people are telling me now I don't even sound like I'm from Sheffield. So. Bridlington by sea. I remember one of the last times I went to Skeggy. It was just fucking young kids running riot. They're a bit fucking Japanese driving the prices up. I think that's where I was first involved in my group Wank. We're like a lot of I don't know, about 5 or 6 of us decided to like toss ourselves off. Of course, the staff in the restaurant were surprised. Yeah, but that's good times in play. I saw a wrestling bout in. There were these guys who were trying to get. They said if you last 3 minutes, you can have £10, and this is when £10 was worth something. 1985, and these guys thought they were tough, and they're fucking professional wrestlers. One just twisted his arm behind the back. He started to cry. The other one got dropped on his head and he just staggered out. And then the third one was like a fake one. I live in Japan because it's where I don't pay any tax, pay very little tax. You better scrub this video, haven't you? It's safe and the food is fantastic. And there's lots of gorgeous women all over the place who will talk to you. That's the one thing about Japan is people. If you lived here a long time, they just keep coming back. The food is fantastic, you know. So, but I don't watch Japanese television. When I was married with the kids, used to watch it. Scrapping and house clearances, things like that. How do I keep getting dislikes? I tell you the truth, I don't usually get many dislikes. Yeah, I can get pissed for even less than that now. I'm part of this sushi place near me. You can have every drink. Every drink is 100 yen. They send you the app, and you can have every drink is 100 yen. You have to buy a small dish of food for 240 yen to participate. But at the end, I think that's about 20 quid now. Strength at pound. I think that basic loan is that Walter? Is that you, Walter? I think I've only had dislikes when people like you have like got several accounts and they dislike it 3 or 4 times. So I get very few dislikes, to tell you the truth. I know that's Walter, isn't it? Do I believe in ghosts? I've never seen one myself, but I think there are places where there's something. There definitely could be something, without a doubt. Yeah. So Walter was a Finnish guy, and we thought we were all big mates, all the same people group. And then he attacked me violently one day, verbally, and then he set up another account, and then another account, and that was it. But like for several months, it was all right as rain. Why do I keep uploading after 8 years? Fuck knows. I keep trying to stop. Can you help me stop? It's a problem. I am the world record YouTuber. Over 6,000 videos of all types. And has it got me anywhere? No, it's fucked up my life. So don't do it. It was the worst thing I ever did in my life because it's brought me nothing. Yeah, I never got into shochu really. The only time it was too bitter. But I thought when I did like it, he put cucumbers in shochu. Yeah, well, there's like 6,000 videos. You got to make 1 or 2 funny ones. I was doing a live stream last year, and I was in a. All right, Ken. I was doing a live stream from this sushi shop, and I was sat next to he started to choke on his food, and I said, "Where's your God now?" And one person watching, Ed, thought it was funny. Good morning, Panzer crab. You got giant crabs. Is that Walter? Where are you watching from, Panzer Crab? Did you sign up on TikTok for me, Ken? Texas, big place. There was a guy on here one day, and he says he was from Texas. He says it took him 3 hours to drive round his farm. It took him 3 hours. I said, well, get a new fucking car. That's an old joke. Tex-Mex. So is Texas the? Have we got Texas to thank for the Tex-Mex food? Oh, they don't sound too good, does it? Is your dad a smoker by any chance? I'm just going to get a tea, coffee, whatever. What is the one we can get? My TikTok is Iwakura Santa. Iwakura Santa. Yeah, I think a lot of people in the olden days, a lot of people used to smoke 60 a day. In Japan, the thing is, a lot of people smoke, but it's not as strong, and also generally they'll only smoke like half of the cigarette. Yeah, if you look at back, if you go look at back in the olden days, I think people used to say they used to say that tobacco is good for you. No, but I would say the capstan full strength, and I think people used to choke on them, didn't they? They were so strong. Players, yeah, I remember those. Well, I used to go around as a kid. I used to, you could collect coupons, Embassy, I think it was, collect these coupons and you could get things. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, yeah, it's been a few weeks since old Murray from New Zealand used to send me $5 now and then. PG tips, yeah. Where are you from, Mew Mew? For fuck's sake, don't say Rhodesia. Sweden? You're from Rhodesia. So you get the joke then. Yeah, I had a joke where, for example, you give said to a Japanese girl, I'll give you $1 million if you have sex with me. And then once you've had sex, then you give her like $1 million Rhodesian dollars. And this you go, who's the fucking Black Hitler? You get out when the going was good then. Yeah, a lot of the farmers at the last when they went out, they started going into neighbouring countries, didn't they, and started teaching them how to farm. Started farming for the countries next door. You can't just give a fucking it's a fucking from being a farmer anywhere. It's a complicated fucking business, and you've got to work hard. And it's especially with fucking dairy. It's not a lot of laughs being a dairy farmer. I'll say that again in case you missed it. Mugabe was an evil cunt. How come America didn't like invade Zimbabwe? Eh? Because there weren't much fucking freedom there. Well, that's when a lot left, didn't it? When they started killing all the farmers, didn't they? Then he started giving all the fucking farms to his mates. Do I ever think about cutting my beard off? No, not really. Like I do, even nowadays, if I'm not got a Santa suit on, I give little kids, you can see them looking at me and smiling at me. If I smile at them in the supermarket, they're just really happy when they see Santa smile at them. So I wouldn't shave it off. I married a native, but she was from Zimbabwe. No, I married a Japanese. I had a cultural visa for judo at first, and then I went back to London, worked for the Japanese company, and I met the wife there. You are not an English teacher. There you go. That just shows memories from the old days. No, I used to teach a lot of English actually. Then I used to do weddings. That's where the money was. $10,000 a month in the hand. And I fucked that money up. What do you do for Sonny? There seems to be so many jobs being offered. Okay, good night. Do svidaniya. Drobovnich. Is that it? Drobovnich. Is that hello or goodbye? You say hello. Oh, cool. So you're earning good money then. I've seen these jobs advertised at like 500,000 yen. That's brilliant. I've been watching that Jordan Peterson recently. It's quite interesting. All right, Ken, take care. Are you earning 500? What's that? What's 500,000? 6 million. Yeah, well, find a Japanese girl. You gotta. The thing is with. I know a guy that was a big hard case from Australia, but he ended up giving all his money to his wife. They bought a house, she died, and then his mother-in-law asked for half of the house because it was paid off then, you know. So.
ご協力ありがとうございます。お好きなお席へどうぞ。
Oh, guys, you know, in this case, no, but you got there's a lot of Japanese. There you go. But there's a lot. But the thing is now, though, you can't get into the country. So, you cannot get into the country. This and like I've been. I thought that was a bit of fucking tough. See that tuft of hair? It's a fucking lie. Well, no, well, yeah, well, it is, but to speak it, it's not difficult. So, it's only considered one of the hardest in the world because it's got 4 written languages, you know. So, but hiragana, katakana, you can learn those in about 2 weeks. Romaji is just Roman letters, so you already know that. But sometimes the katakana can be difficult to pronounce, difficult to recognize, the katakana. Well, no, the only thing is the sentence structure is just opposite to Europe. That's all. And for example, if you're Indian or from the subcontinent, it's the same as yours. So all you do is you're just changing words. Same as if we learn Spanish, we just change words in the same structure. But in Japan, if you're like a 20-year-old or 30-year-old, it's harder because you can't. Because your mind tells you, but we don't say that in English. So, but if you go to school, you can do it. Yeah, I think if you, hey Ricardo, cabeza. Yo soy. Corre, soy sos.
いらっしゃいませ。はい、ご機能ご協力ありがとうございます。お好きなお席へどうぞ。
Yeah, I was thinking of going there actually. Yeah. But it doesn't matter what I do, what I say. Nothing's gonna get me up there. So. Yeah, it is quite easy actually because she is written from left to right and it's like horizontal, and Sue is just written downwards. You know, so that's the best way to remember it. So that's she, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So it's just very easy if you think about it. Now, Mew Mew, they used to say, is that the sound of a character? I went to Fujinomi, but don't forget, there's like lots of places you can see Mount Fuji from like 360 degrees, can't you? I'm sorry, I cannot do anything about it, my pal, but when I used to try to make a telephone, when I was a lad, making a telephone call overseas was so fucking astronomically expensive. Now, I am talking to all corners of the world from a cafe for free. Fugaku. What's that? A Fugaku. There's a car called Fuga. Yeah. Oh, it's a mu. Mu is the coefficient of friction, and they have got the. And on the one of the fast trains here, they call it mu. You can get a mu ticket, and it makes it cheaper for the nicer part of the train. Will I get the vaccine? I thought probably. They're talking about. Yeah, but look, it's relatively safe here. You know, there's still only 5,000 died in 1 year. Am I legal in Japan? Yes. I had a Philippine guy working for me, and he didn't. He wasn't legal. He'd been here fucking years, and his boss made him a card saying this guy works for me. And it's not very often I do, cough. But he got jailed for 6 months, and he was banned for 5 years. So if he wanted to, he could come back, I guess. He was a scaffolder. So I'm going to take the truck into to get the airbag sorted out. And then hopefully try to take it in for a shack end tomorrow or the day after. I don't know what kind of airbag it is, geek. Now, I would if I had any money. But I'm just trying to, like I say, even when things are going better, there's always something that crops up. Things are going well, then I fucking had a car crash. So things are better than they were 3 months ago. So Banhammer. Oh. Well, I've stopped taking my blood pressure pills at the moment. So like I say, I want to go into old age where I'm not dependent on drugs. Oh yeah, this is the recall as well, geek. No, because I've had 2 accidents where the airbag didn't work. Went to a YouTube meeting and I was tossed off by this Chinese girl trying to rip my cock off. So. Yeah, the thing is, it's all down to the work you do. And I met a guy many years ago, and he says you've got to build up your body in your 50s because if you don't, then you just start to deteriorate and you get thin and weak. So, but my karate friend, he's 71, 72. He fucking makes food for his dogs. He's built like a fucking brick shit house. He's 70. You don't want to be smacked by this guy, slapped by him. His arms are massive. Well, what happened? What happened? It killed 35 people. What do you mean flying shrapnel? I mean, what the bag actually turned into a weapon. There used to be a massive hoarding above the motorway near me. Fucking hell. I guess I've been lucky then. I better go and get that fucking sorted out today then, great geek. So there's some lawsuits in America then. It all depends on what job you do. Like I don't weightlift or anything like that. I haven't done it for years, but I do like physical work, so. No, it's not. So I guess I've been twice lucky then, geek, because I had 2 accidents with that. You know, Nissan, they sent me lots and lots of notices. That's what it says. Take some luggage off. Take some stuff off the back of the truck. That's what I started doing this morning. And for Hiki, I call them Higashi Komaki. Well, I don't know what now. What they need to do, they need to make a cartoon like a hikikomori, and what they do now. There's a national lockdown. The hikikomori wants to go out now. No, because I can't remember how to say hikikomori, so I say higashi komaki. Yeah, so you're not so fucking special now, are you? I knew this guy. He was my mate's student, but we used to go drinking together. Little Puffy was. He was a pharmacist, and his father died, and he wasn't. So he stopped talking to his mum. Maybe he blamed his mum for his father's death. I don't know. And he never spoke to her for so many years. He would go in, his food would be on the table, she'd leave the room, he'd eat his food, he'd go to his room, and then she'd do his washing. He never spoke to her, but she would still look after him. Yeah, like I say, the only advice, take up a sport, take up running. But it doesn't matter now because you can't do fucking anything. I was cured thanks to a guy on YouTube. Well, everyone's different in different societies. You know, I heard one. There was some a tribe in Papua New Guinea where they said they wouldn't say "I'm going home." They wouldn't say "I'm going to town." They would say where they were going in the points of the compass. So they just say "I'm going north now." There are so many, there's so many ways of life and so different. Obviously, the British way is the best because we have a good laugh and we drink beer. So I think we're top of the world. No, but there are a lot of. In fact, we don't drive on the street; we drive on the road, geek. Oh yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. So what I said before that when the Romans invaded England, they the real English they went to the Welsh mountains, and they never bothered with them. They never bothered with those people. And so when you think about it, those are the real British, the whining, moaning, complaining cunts, the Welsh. So it's true, they are the real British. There's only two types of people you'll never see travelling. Very few Welsh people and Scousers. Very rare. Oh, that sounds quite interesting actually. I'll have to watch that one, Lord Muck. I can't remember exactly why. I can't explain it, but it is an old term which everyone would know. There's Lord Muck and there's also a Lady Muck. Alright, cheers, geek. No, but it's just like all cultures that they have. Of course, the people with the worst culture are in the Middle East, the way they treat people. So, what are my favourite kind of movies? Violent ones. I think my favourite is Spartacus and Gladiator. Movies like that. So, like that one as well with Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts. Pelican Briefing. That's a fucking good movie. That one. I like that one. I guess like thrillers. The one with Gene Hackman and the black dude, Will Smith. That one. That's a good spy thriller movie. Yeah, I guess those. What was it? The one he came in with Malcolm, the black dude. What's it? Glover. Is it Glover? They were good movies. Enemy of the State. Yeah, that's a good film. That's it. Yeah. No, Black Rain wasn't a bad film. Black Rain. I watched The Seven Samurai when I was a young kid. Daniel Glover. That's him. Yeah. Lethal Weapon, that's it. Yeah. They were good. They were good, funny shows. Matrix, I can't understand it. Oh. Oi. Yeah, Michael Douglas film's a good one. Romance in the Stone. He's done a. Michael Douglas is now on a Netflix And he does a thing with Alan Arkin, I think it is, and he's like an acting coach. That's a fucking good, funny series. Cappuccino. You fucked up. Says cup change, not fucking no milk again. Let's see if we can get a bit more milk out of it. Cappuccino? Cappuccino. Oh, cappuccino. Well, look. I think it failed to get the pour the milk in the first go round. I like small thumbs as well, like Finding Ned Kelly, whatever his name is. And there was this guy that wanted to be a pop star in Ireland. It was Irish, group of Irish kids that wanted to be pop stars. The Warriors, I don't know that. Maybe I remember that one. Is that where they're fighting on trains? Yeah, well, it might have been a light hand wash, but I used the water to get rid of all the poo. Yeah, I think Michael Douglas is probably one of my favourite. Well, Kirk Douglas was one of my favourite actors, and I liked his son as well. I watched the Van Helsing, and it's just fucking nonsense. Same with the latest one. I like that actress who's come out lesbian now. I think I could turn her back. You know, when the young vampires in Seattle, is it Seattle area? It's just too fucking silly. I can't watch that. I think I could. There's one of the funniest lines from In fact, most of the funny lines were from George in Seinfeld when he says George's girlfriends have become lesbians. And then he says, and Kramer goes, no, she's not a lesbian now. And then he says, I turn them into lesbians, and Kramer turns them back. That's Spartacus, the original. There was a television. Kristen Stewart, that's it. She's gorgeous. I love her. Got a good sense of humour as well. Uh, in fact, I did a video to sit on a sheik's knee. So I put on my headdress and I said I was that sheik, and I says she didn't just sit on my knee. I don't know Paths of Glory. I think I decided it does need a bit of sugar after all. Yeah, I saw something on the internet that was but you got to do a proper review though. My reviews would be that were fucking good or that were fucking shite. So this guy walks into a bar. This guy walks into a bar in England. He says, "Where the fuck is everybody?" Yeah, there was someone. There's on TikTok. There's lots of people offering people jobs or side gigs or something like that. And one of them was like reviewing movies for Netflix. But I watched Mean Girls. I heard about this movie before, Mean Girls. I think Tina Fey is one of the funniest women ever. And I was watching this Mean Girls, and after about half an hour, 40 minutes, and I'm thinking, what the fuck am I doing watching this film? It's fucking chick humour. It just wasn't funny. Well, it's a little bit funny, but she comes across really well. She's a star, Lindsay Lohan, without a doubt. No, to review movies, you got to do it properly. You got to be able to write and come across. This is why my channel is. This is why my channel is not so good, because it's not appreciated by the masses. So you need to be more intelligent and more verbose. Oh really? This is one of the stupidest things I ever saw was when I lived in New Zealand, and they have a drinking game. And so what it is, you roll the dice and you land on a 3 or something. You throw a 3 or something, or a double or something like that. And he says you've got to take a drink of a whiskey, or you've got to take a drink of beer. And when you do that, the other people are supposed to laugh at you. Ah, look at that, he threw a double 6. He's got to drink a bottle of beer. What the fucking's wrong with him drinking a bottle of beer? But the thing is, Mew Mew, people don't like character and real. They don't like it. They like intelligence. So I know there's too much swearing in my videos as well. Yeah, there can be. It's maybe they're just too nice. That's the problem. Like when I lived in Queenstown, like the crime of the day was someone has stolen a bottle of milk from so and so's backyard. I'm not that thick. Oh, thanks a lot, mate. I didn't count that. I said there's a difference between. I I think I am intelligent, and I know quite more than the average person, seeing as the average person's only got 100 decibels. But I'm not. But I'm not. I haven't been to university, so there's a difference in that. So there's a difference in that kind of way to speak. I'm gonna have that put. I'm gonna have that put on my gravestone. My brothers were cunts, and I don't think I was that thick. I don't think we did that, but we didn't do it in the dark. We didn't do any bullshit like that, geek. I would fuck that. If anything happened like that, I'd fucking nick my Oppo's gun. Yes, well, actually, do you know that Albert, he was actually a Royal Marine. His son, sorry, the son was Harry H. He was in the Royal Marines. And then he came out of the Royal Marines, and then he got into acting. Harold. Well, if ever get to America one day, me and Geek will have to go to what do you call them quizzes, pub quizzes. Yeah, I'll have to put that as my next live stream. I'm not that thick. Yeah, must have one of the one of the nicer memories when I was in, apart from shagging that girl in San Francisco, one of the nicest memories was Monday night in Nebraska, and going to the football free snacks. That was brilliant. Really like that. Set up Las Vegas. They tore up my credit card in Reno. '57? No, I'm 61. There was a video out the other day from 8 years ago, and this old guy was telling me how old I was. Yeah, I don't know why I went to Reno, but I did. And that's when they said, we've been told we need to confiscate your credit card and cut it up. That was the second one. I only had two. Of course, as the man of my age, when he was always in the charts. Johnny Cash in the 1960s. Burning Ring of Fire. That loud no, it was just the. It's an alarm I've got on the phone. Maybe when something comes into the phone, that's all, like an email. So. Right, guys, I'm going to get off, as I'll never get this fucking work done. Going to buy some non-burnable garbage bags and start filling them. for the benefit of Iwakura Council. That's a good service they provide, and I just give them something to do. Alright guys, thanks for the donation, Mew Mew. I appreciate it, pal. And you, good night, bye bye. Just think if Basic Loan ever went out of his house. I've been watching this guy on. Oh dear.